Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol LEAS. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So all this here may look like several days worth of time. It's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Did this analysis on Wednesday, so that is where the green and red line annotations are coming from, and that's where some updates need to be done. First thing I'm going to do is a little house cleaning, just get rid of that line up there. I don't want to risk causing clutter because there's confusion with lines everywhere, so I want to try to keep this as clean as possible. Now, the first update that does need to be done comes about based on a foundational rule in charting, which states when levels of support are broken and closed below, they tend to act as resistance. So going into today, up there at 004 was an area of support, but now that the price, and it did do a good job earlier on in the day, it was holding strong, but then late day, the price did break down below it, and then from there, that's what caused the price to continue to drift downwards. So if there is any sort of bounce, then 004 is that newest area of resistance. If the price can actually push up through 004, next key level to watch from an overall perspective, right up there at that purple line there, that purple line on my chart denoting the 50-period simple moving average. But as of right now, getting way too far ahead of yourselves if you're already focused on doing battle with the 50-period. The price first needs to prove itself in the near term, and I'm quantifying that soundbite of prove itself as not only getting up above 004, but then staying up above it. As far as areas of support are concerned, so far so good. It's holding up above that pink line there, which is another very famous level in the world of charts, that being the 200-period simple moving average. And that's also important. I think I talked about this before, because if the price pulls back below there anymore, that is really, risking putting the price, right back to where it was. But I will call this next level, certainly the must-hold level. And that must-hold level down here at 0025, the reason I would call that must-hold is, if the price were to drop below that level, or worse yet, just separate to the downside, at that point in time, it's literally putting the price way back into this range of, where it was before that big old breakout happened all the way up there. And not to insult your intelligence, but price movements with true power are not going to go back to where they were. They're going to make at least some sort of form of progress forward, and the price does still have the opportunity to build progress if it can stay above, the pink line, which would be preferable, or better, or at least the 0025 mark. So things are definitely looking shaky. We'll see if the bulls can turn things around or not. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now, and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.